Hi again, this is John Nielsen with Wing Chun Hall, and this video is to explain to my viewers the reason for the long delay in putting out a new video. Basically what happened is I moved to North Carolina. So let me tell you kind of how that came about. I was in Salt Lake City teaching Wing Chun for almost 20 years. I'd been teaching in other places before that, but basically I was in Salt Lake for a long time. And then one day, my wife went outside, and it was a really polluted day, and there was a lot of haze and kind of smoky air, and she took a breath, and she came back in, and a few minutes later, she's feeling really sick, and she developed a rash on her body, and a couple of days later, she was in the hospital having to have an epinephrine shot. We went and tested it later on, found out that she was allergic to something. And a lot of people, when you say that, they think pollen, and it wasn't pollen. We had her tested, and she had some pollen allergies, but they weren't things that were immediately, in the vicinity, and they weren't as strong allergies as the reaction that she had. So it was something in the pollution. And the doctor said it was something you breathed in, and it had to be something that you breathed in within 15 minutes of the time that you first started having the rash. So it was in the air, and so he put her on some medicine, and she was taking that regularly. But a couple of times she got off the medicine, the rash came back, so she had to go right back on the medicine, and we were pretty nervous that something serious was going to happen to her. Well, so we started then looking for jobs in other cities, and we were trying to find something where the air was a little bit cleaner, it was less industrial. The thing about Salt Lake is that it's a bowl, it's a valley that sits between two mountain ranges, and the air just doesn't move out of there, and so as the population increases and the industry continues to increase too, then the air just doesn't get out of there, it gets really filthy, and something in that air was giving her trouble. So we started applying, and we were looking for different places, and one of the places that we applied to was North Carolina, and then nothing happened for a long time, so we kind of forgot about it. And then the location where I was then came under new management, and the new management decided that they could get more money out of somebody else, and so without hardly any warning, they came to me, and it's like they gave me 30 days notice, and they said, you got to get out. So we were scrambling looking for a new place, and then just within that week after that, my wife got a job in North Carolina. So we decided, hey, maybe it's time for us to pick up and leave, so that's what we did, and that's why we're here now. And I am teaching here in North Carolina. I'm in between Stanford and Fayetteville and Cameron and Lillington. So there's lots of cities around us, but I'm sort of in the country, sort of in between that. So if you're in any of those areas, hey, finally there's some real Wing Chun in your area. Now, I guess I said I am teaching. Classes are just starting out. I just have very few students, but it's going to be growing. And if you're here, then please let me know. And if you have any interest or any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And I'm sure to be putting out more videos about that in the coming weeks and months. Now, there's something about living out here that has changed the format of my videos. So in other words, the internet that I have access to is pretty slow. So I can't put out the same kind of videos that I was doing before. So I'm probably going to do a lot more of these, just standing here talking to the camera kind of thing, going over some topics that are important to me. So look for those in the coming weeks. And again, if you have any comments or any suggestions or whatever, just let me know. All right. Good to talk to you again, and we'll see you again next time.